Hi friends, and welcome to the Sami Cone Show. November is finally here and gratitude is in the air. In fact, that's what today's entire show is filled with. We're going to be talking to a best-selling author about how to keep your family grumble free. And then we're going to learn how to make an incredible wreath for this holiday season so you can welcome friends and family into your home. Speaking of welcoming others to your home, you are not going to want to miss the recipe we're making for you today. We're amping up a standard with one of Nashville's top chefs. And finally, I'm going to be highlighting some of my favorite products that also have an incredible purpose behind them in my annual Gifts That Give Back segment. So grab a pen, a mug of your favorite beverage, and stick around because you're going to be inspired and equipped like never before.
From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Sami Cone Show, sponsored by Gaylord Opryland's A Country Christmas.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have your family quit complaining for a day? What about an entire year? That is exactly what my first guest succeeded to do with her family.
We tried really hard.
There you go. I am joined by homeschooler, author, speaker, Tricia Goyer. 70 titles.
Yes.
70 books.
70 books out there.
And you thought one day, I'm going to get my family to quit complaining for a year.
Well, it was getting to be a crisis in our home. Okay. It was just complaining. Every time we told them to do their chores, get ready for bed, it was just a lot of complaining. Okay. And my husband and I said, we need to do something. We need to make it serious.
Right.
And we knew it would take a while, so that's why we picked a year.
Okay, so 10 kids.
10 kids.
And there's some adults in the home as well, right?
So my husband and I, and only 8 kids went through this with us.
Okay.
2 were out of the house.
Right.
And then my grandma lives with us. So 88 and dementia. It makes quite the crew there.
So just give us a little bit of a picture of what that looked like when you said, hey, I've got an idea. Like, how do you get everyone to sign on for, an experiment, a project, a purpose like this?
Yeah, we called it a challenge.
A challenge, okay.
I was speaking in Seattle. I live in Little Rock. Right. We were driving on this 2,000-mile road trip just one way. And we get there and everyone's so tired of everyone complaining. And we said, why don't we do this? Dad and I have been talking about it. Let's try to go a year without grumbling. Some kids were like, yes, please. Some kids were like, there's no way.
Right.
But we told them, we don't expect you to be perfect. We're gonna, talk about it, read scripture verses, plan different activities, just talk about gratitude versus grumbling. And if you participate at the end of the year, we'll take you on a cruise. Which, we're kind of already planning the family cruise.
You don't have to tell them that part.
We didn't tell them that part.
I love it. Yeah. So there's an intentionality, and I love that. You're not setting themselves up to fail. The opposite. You're really giving them an out of the beginning, saying this is our purpose, this is our intention. But how do you enact that throughout the year? What does that look like when someone does stumble or when someone does start grumbling?
Right. Well, at first we came up with our grumble styles. So we figured out, it's not just mumbling under your breath. It is the eye rolls, the slamming the cabinet.
My kids never do that. What are you talking about?
Well, your kids must be the only ones. Just kidding. Yeah, and so we told them it's all the things. So they came up with their own grumble styles. So really we started with them catching themselves doing it. And so every time we saw them start to grumble and stop, we would just praise them. And I think praise ended up because if you're just grumbling about somebody's grumbling, no one solves anything. Right. But when we praise, like, I saw you were about to grumble, thank you so much. You are maturing. They love that word.
Sure.
You are maturing in this area. And then we started to see change in their lives and really pointing that out. But I had all kinds of activities and a lot of them didn't work.
Sure.
But the cool thing is during the season, it wasn't cool that my grandma hurt herself, but my grandma broke her back. And it was during that time of seeing her just being positive, being thankful, being grateful as we cared for her, the kids started saying, I don't have anything to complain about.
Wow.
So sometimes the activities that I planned didn't work, but just seeing in everyday life how we can be grateful for what's happening, even the hard stuff, that really began to change their hearts.
Well, and one of the things I appreciated in the Grumble Free Year was that you also use that as a catalyst to look at what's behind the grumble. They're not just doing this to annoy me, usually. Right? There's something deeper. And you use that to really get to know your family better.
Right. And really a lot of it is we have unrealistic expectations. So I have expectations that they will just go get ready for bed. They have an expectation they want to finish their show. And so being able to communicate and talk about, let's see, can you say it a different way? Mom, there's 10 minutes left. May I please finish the show instead of grumbling about it? So really just our attitudes toward each other. But then also, like, God wants us to be grateful. He wants us to be thankful for what we have instead of always pointing out what we don't have. And so we started taking notice and writing in gratitude journals, and that really changed their hearts.
Okay, before I let you go, I have to ask one question that's on everyone's mind. Is everyone still grumble free?
Well, there's grumbles once in a while, but I'll
Okay.
just say I just drove from Little Rock to Nashville with 5 kids in the car, and it went really well. I mean,
awesome.
a total difference than before because we were intentional about working on it. Not that we're perfect, and we do apologize when we do it wrong, but it's a lot better.
Well, you have a special podcast. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the Grumble Free podcast series, and then information about the book is just at thegrumblefreeyear.com. And you were one of my guests on the podcast series.
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah.
And there's so many other great guests too, and they're bite-sized segments.
They're all like 15 minutes,
Yes.
and every guest had like great tips and things that work at their home. Because even in my book, maybe you said pick out a couple things that work, but you had ideas, all the other guests had ideas, and that's what I really love.
And that's what I love about it. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You can pick up the Grumble Free Year now. It's just released, and you can get it at Tricia. You can go to triciagoyer.com, but also pick it up wherever books are sold. Thank you, Tricia. This is so great for the holidays. Today's Sami savings tip is to study sales patterns. What does that mean? It means that every year, even though there's a lot of sales this time of year, there's usually one sale you wait for. So if you know that that's the one where you're going to get the best deals, do a little Google search and find out when that sale was last year, and you'll know when to look out for it this year. So today we are going to continue our month of gratitude and talk about how to welcome people into your home by creating a simple yet elegant welcome wreath. I am joined by Megan McDougall, the Chief Horticulturalist of Gaylord Opryland Resort. Welcome, Megan.
Good to be here.
I'm so excited because I am not what you would call a crafty person, but I couldn't think of anywhere better than Opryland than to talk about decor. And you do it up for the holidays. That's an understatement, right?
That is right.
How many different flowers, trees, things are we talking about here for the holidays?
For poinsettias, which is what the horticulturalist department puts out, is around 15,000 poinsettias.
Yeah. Okay, so we can handle one wreath, right?
Yes, this is something easy.
And you are sure that I can do this?
Yes,
okay.
anyone can do this.
So anyone can do this. You heard it here first. Let's talk about how to assemble a simple welcome wreath, because to me, a circle is such a welcoming symbol. This goes for Thanksgiving, Christmas. We can really decorate it for any holiday.
Right.
And with some things right from our own yard, right?
Yeah, a lot of these you can find just, out in the park, common area, or even in your own yard.
Okay, so talk to us about what we need to start with.
Okay, well first I would select any evergreen that you enjoy. We have some magnolias here, some cedar. We also have arborvitae, some hollies that have the nice red berries.
So we can mix them is what you're saying?
Yep, just grab a bunch together.
All right.
And we are going to start with a small one here today. But yes, it does have a nice smell.
I love it.
Basically, take a bunch together.
Okay.
And you can start with a form already, like a small grapevine wreath or even like a wire wreath.
Okay.
And you take some green paddle wire.
Green paddle wire. And I'm assuming, thank you, I'm assuming that you can get that at Michael's or a craft store. Okay.
Any floral department. Okay. So you start with wiring it once around the back of the wreath.
Okay.
And then take your bunch and you just kind of wrap it around 3 times is a good number to make it secure.
That seems easy enough.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you take your next bunch.
Look at that. I'm helping, Mom, I'm helping.
And then you just kind of layer it on top of it. So you hide the wire from the bunch in the front.
And you keep going.
Yep, and you can continue to add on as thick as you want.
Okay, and if you wanted, so I see you've got pine cones here. How would you do something larger, such as a pine cone, or if someone wanted to do, I don't know, say a gourd or something for Thanksgiving? Okay,
you
so
can just go ahead and just lay that in there and just wire it around.
Still wrap it.
Or if you want to wait till you're done with the whole thing, and then you can wire it in that way. It's another option.
Okay, while you're still talking about this, I mean, it's not the holiday season for us without going to the Opryland Resort. We're doing this quickly in the matter of minutes, but you start pretty early decorating and getting things ready for the resort for the holiday season, right?
Outside, we start hanging the lights in July.
Wow.
So they have been wrapping lights and trees for the last 3 months.
Okay.
And they're getting ready to, finish up everything, and it'll be beautiful. They wrap individually branches just like you would at your own home, but on a very large scale.
That's incredible. So, okay, I mean, no one's watching. You can tell me one secret, right? What should we look out for that people just walking through might not normally see?
Well, my favorite is the staple poinsettia tree, and we have two.
Oh.
So there's the one that's in the Magnolia lobby, which has about 400.
I know that one.
And then there's one in Delta that has 700 poinsettias. And it's always a staple for people to take family pictures in front of every year.
Yes, we always do the one in front of the Magnolia lobby. It's so pretty.
Yep.
Okay, so as you keep going, so I do want people to see how easy this is as we finish up. What are some of the other things that we should be thinking about for our own homes as we're decorating, if we're trying to, again, make people feel welcome, but not try to go over and above, you know, beyond our means and add stress to the season? What would you recommend?
Well, of course, poinsettias, which we have around 15,000 poinsettias, I mentioned before. But there's a lot different colors than just the typical reds.
Okay.
You have your whites, burgundies, maroons. There's even oranges now. But those don't like to be put around air vents or anything where you get real heat. It dries them out.
Okay.
And then also transporting them to and from your car once you buy them in the store. If it's definitely a cold day, you want to wrap them so they don't freeze.
That's so good to know.
Poinsettias are good to add to your home.
I know we've even found these, you know, places that sell Christmas trees. They're always, you know, cutting off the bottom. They'll even give you some of these for free.
That's another good way to make wreaths like this. And people have done these, use these as centerpieces. You could put a candle in the middle.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And set it on your table for a centerpiece.
Okay, tell us and everyone watching at home how we can enjoy a country Christmas this year. It's happening now.
Yes, it is. So there's many other activities. There's a Trace Atkins dinner show.
Yes.
There is also the ice theme with the Christmas
Story.
And then there's also a snow tubing hill. There's ice skating. Of course, Santa's there. There's also a riverboat ride that you can take, you know, a story through the hotel, and a scavenger hunt for the kids.
Cannot wait. Rudolph at the Opry. There's so much going on. If you want to find out more about a country Christmas at Gaylord Opryland Resort, just head to GaylordOpryland.com. Of course, we'll have all these details at SammyCone.com. I know we're excited to head there with our family this weekend. We hope to see you there as well. Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome.
We'll keep wrapping up as we wrap up here. That way I can pretend like I knew this. With cooler temperature and the holidays approaching, chances are you're going to be doing some entertaining. So why stick to the regular old recipes? Let's amp them up a notch. And that's why I called on Chef Brian Riggenbach, chef and partner of the Mockingbird here in Nashville, to do some incredible tastes of what you do in the restaurant.
Exactly.
I can't believe you're sharing this with us today.
Well, it's our pleasure.
Well, I'm so excited. We're going to be doing one of the favorites that I hear. Don't worry, Brie happy.
Correct.
Can I sing it?
You
Don't
can,
worry.
you
I feel like you can't just say it. Okay, so this is not your average grilled cheese.
No, what we do, it's a modern diner with global twist on comfort food.
Okay.
So the whole idea is just to take foods that people have been comfortable with, that they know, that they love, and just put a little bit of a spin, just kind of elevate that.
Okay, so you're taking a baguette right now.
Yes,
and talk
we've
to us about what
sliced up
you're
a
doing.
baguette, and we have a heavily whipped brie that we put on in the middle.
Okay.
At home, you could substitute alouette, or you can mix cream cheese and some brie together.
Okay,
Whip
so
that
you're
up
taking
yourself
a brie round that you've cut the rind off of and literally put it in
a mixer.
In a mixer.
And just let it go.
Let it go.
Until you get this beautiful, creamy, gooey.
It's everything for me not to just do this.
You can. I'll leave it for you. So we make our own pepper jelly. Again, if you're entertaining, this might be something, there's a lot of, especially here in Nashville, nice artisanal shops and things that you don't have to.
The farmer's market
At the farmer's market has a ton. At Batch
Okay.
Nashville, they do a really good job.
Love it. That's what I was thinking.
So there's a lot of products out there if you don't want to make your own.
Okay.
I would highly recommend making your own chimichurri.
Yes.
It's something that has about 10 to 15 minutes of just chopping up a bunch of herbs, garlic, shallots, and then you just mix it together with some white wine vinegar or red wine vinegar and olive oil, and you're good to go.
And you can just put that in the food processor too, right?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a garnish later, though. But
that's what we're going to top it off with.
Okay, so we're not making this today, but
sandwiches.
this is coming home with me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. So that's copious amounts of butter, I'm guessing.
I don't know if that's copious.
Not
or not.
copious?
I think what is copious in a restaurant versus at home, it's very. We like butter. Let's just say that.
That's why we like to eat out.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you only knew.
Right?
We love butter.
Gosh. And this is super easy. I mean,
is just
taking no time.
No time at all.
Okay.
You know, the time is all in the prep. Now, what's good for entertaining too is that you want something that's not going to take a lot of your time away, because you want to be able to enjoy your guests. You know, you want to be able to enjoy the party and not get stuck in the kitchen the whole night.
And these are, what I like about this too is that it seems decadent, but it's smaller.
So one nice little bite has all the flavor, all the gooey cheese, the little bit of heat from the pepper jelly, the nice herbaceous chimichurri. So it's really a crowd pleaser.
So when you do this in the restaurant, are you getting a full plate? Or is it coming bigger? How do you serve it typically?
So it depends when you come in. So for lunch and happy hour, there's 3 pieces to an order, and then for dinner, there's 4 pieces to an order.
And you guys, sorry.
No, go on.
You guys are mixing things up now for autumn. You have some new flavors.
We have a
still have these,
We have these are a staple. They won't come off. There might be a small mutiny if we try to remove it. Right. But we have about 2/3 of the menu is super seasonal. So we just came out with our fall menu last week, and that's very exciting. We're going to be, you can smell that already.
Gosh. You
how great they're
smell
getting.
all those, I mean, obviously the butter. And I've always buttered the bread. This is so much easier by just putting the butter right in the pan.
Yeah, you can just butter the pan. You could butter the bread too, but
then it's hard, and then it's clumpy.
It's just a lot of work.
Right, okay, all right. Okay, while that's cooking, you have something else that you are showing over there that looks equally delicious.
So
Talk to us
these are
about
our tachos, which is really great and easy to do for a big party.
Okay.
So we start with a layer of tater tots. This is like every kid's dream grown up.
Every adult child's dream too, right? It's like, gives us an excuse to eat tater tots.
We make a lamb chili, so it's a little bit different than your average chili. Ground lamb, then all the tomatoes and 3 beans. We top it off with the beer cheese that we make, and then poblanos rajas, which are poblanos that are roasted and cooked down with beer and onions. Pickled red onion and some scallion with a little crema on top.
All right, we're going to be eating here. Tell everyone where they can find you at the Mockingbird.
The Mockingbird's right in the North Gulch at 121 12th Avenue North. And we're open 7 days a week. We do brunch Saturday and Sunday, lunch Monday through Friday, and dinner 7 nights.
Great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Hope you can eat this with us soon. This is my favorite time of the year for giving, but not just giving gifts, giving back to those in need and charities that do such good work all around the world. So we're going to be talking about some of my favorite products that have a charitable component to that. And I want to start by talking about products that help women. Thistle Farms is located right here in Nashville, and there are some incredible sets like this one that is their lavender gift set. It puts together some of their best sellers, including the enriching body lotion, their candle, their room spray, and so much more. I am also infatuated with their 5 oil pouch that is down on the bottom here. It holds 5 of their essential oils, but it is a travel pouch that lets you carry them, and it is incredible. Plus, we also love all of their candles. They've got 10 different scents. They are soy candles that are hand poured, and they are a perpetual favorite in our home and to everyone I give them to. Now, I have to mention Able as well. Able is also located in the Nations area here in Nashville, and they've got some great gifts, including this foxy wristlet with the metallic bangle. You've got the necklace there that has the monogram on it as well, and even in addition to the heirloom necklace, the Emerson scarf, which is great and so versatile for the season. And finally, we have Rahab's rope that helps women that are being trafficked. And these gifts, I mean, look at this journal. This is a hand leathered journal, embossed journal, and we have the throw here as well, plus this incredible tote. I mean, sometimes you see some of these brands that make bags, but look at the size of this. This is something that I would buy even if it didn't help someone in need. So these are some great gifts that help women. Now, if we look at gifts that help children, of course, St. Jude is a favorite of mine because no one ever pays a penny when they are being helped by St. Jude. This is a wireless charger and speaker, and they also have some great clothing items when you go to the St. Jude gift shop. Ladies, look at the zipper detail on the side here. So this is fun. Also, feed. You know I love me some feed bags. They've got the backpacks for the kids that are new this year, the crossbody, Woman on a Mission pouch, and they even have introduced a duffel bag, a weekender duffel bag this year, which is going to be great for anyone that's traveling. You know, I will be traveling. when we're talking about kids, we've got Love Your Melon, these hats that help kids with pediatric cancer. Not only do the proceeds go, they help to actually give kids caps that are going through cancer. And then Inspire Kindness is a new favorite. The mayor just named November 13th World Kindness Day in Nashville. Look at this beautiful rose that lasts for 6 to 12 months. Now that is something that I can get behind. I also want to mention that my book, Raising Uncommon Kids, you can now purchase from SamiCone.com or RaisingUncommonKids.com, and I will personalize it for someone on your gift list. It's $14.99 for one, $24.99 for two, so something to keep in mind for your holiday giving. Now, we have to mention some gifts that help the homeless. You know I love Project 615 for so many reasons. The new Predators hockey tee. They also have some old favorites in some new colors, perfect for fall. Plus, their latest campaign, Consider Others First, benefits the Bridge Ministry. So make sure by buying this, you're going to be giving meals back to those that are in need. So check them out. We also have Charity Water. And sorry, let me go to the Giving Keys first. The Giving Keys has beautiful jewelry, and the mission behind this is when you wear it, if you find someone that needs a little bit of that message, whether it's strength or hope or love, you actually give that necklace away or that piece of jewelry away. And then finally, we have Charity Water that actually helps to provide clean water for those around the world. We've got the temporary tattoos, the minimal wallet, and some other great clothes. So if you want information on any of these, you can head to SamiCone.com for all of the product details. Why not consider giving back to those in need while giving a great product that you love as well this holiday season? Before I go, I need you to know everybody can be something to somebody. Now, not everyone can be everything to everybody, but sometimes we minimize what we have, feeling like we're not worthy or we don't have enough to give to make a difference. Instead of thinking so grandiose, I want you to think about making a difference and an impact to the person right in front of you today. So instead of worrying about being everything to everyone, I leave you today with the thought to be something to someone. I want to thank all of my guests for being here. I want to thank you for joining me. And remember, I hope you have a great day. Make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.